Welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
I am Mish.
I'm Bree.
And this is Chat MBTea, where we talk about life and shoot the shit. So here we go. Any life updates this week?
Typical everyday stuff, but I got my nails done yesterday, so I know that you can't see them from over there, but they're adorable. I'll maybe add a picture in later.
We'll just put a picture of
and we're gonna shout her out because she's the best.
She is.
My nail tech, her name's Jody, and you can follow her on Instagram at Crown Acrylics. She's fantastic.
We'll post her page up.
Absolutely. She's awesome. She's been doing my nails, I want to say 4 years now.
Since COVID.
Yeah.
Actually. So almost 5.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So she's my favorite. She's just fantastic.
She's awesome.
How about you? Any life updates?
No,
not
really. It was just I actually feel like this week went by pretty fast.
It's so odd because I literally felt like this week was like a month long.
Really?
Yes. It just felt like it was taking forever.
Yeah, no, I had an okay week. Knock on wood.
I'm happy to hear it.
Yeah.
That it wasn't, nothing too crazy.
Nothing crazy. All right. It was fine. So what are we talking about today?
We are talking about red and green flags.
Ooh.
So we're breaking it all down today, going into the nitty gritty.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm genuinely excited. But I think to start it off, so that way people know that we're not judging, we should talk about our red and green flags.
Way to be vulnerable. We could talk about our green flags. I don't know about our red flags.
Maybe just a smidgen.
All right, fine. We could talk about our red flags.
I feel like we should start off with the green flags.
Okay. Fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Although, totally off topic, but I feel like I'm very much a bad news first person.
I feel that I'm the same way.
Yeah.
So do we want to start the other way around?
Yes.
Let's do it.
All right. That way you get all of it. You get the bad first and then stick around for the good.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. So, Mish, what is one of your big red flags? Not big, because you don't really have big red flags, but just a red flag of yours.
I definitely, off the top of my head, immediately think of I go 0 to 100 real quick.
This is
really quick. I have I'm totally fine. You say one sentence that sets me off, and I am pissed.
That's it. It's over. No, I feel that. I think that's why we're friends. Because if one of us goes 0 to 100, the other meets us there. There's no
in between.
No, we're both.
It's just kind of goes along with having no patience, I feel like.
I mean, for sure. I definitely think that you what is the term? Instant gratification.
Yes. That is perfect. That's perfectly said. Because I need things to happen immediately. And I don't have the patience for change.
Patience is definitely another one. Any others?
I kind of along with patience since I can't go with the flow. I need a plan.
What's that sound? It's okay, I can go with the flow, but when's the flow start? Where is the flow going? What's happening?
Yes. 100%. I need a plan. I need to know what's happening, when it's happening. I need at least 5 to 7 business days.
For sure. But I like that as well. Just give me a heads up, because if you tell me 0.3 seconds before.
But then also with having a plan, if that plan changes, I'm at 100.
You're I'm done. What do you mean?
I can't.
What do you mean it's changing? What are we doing?
I can't handle it. If something's in my brain, that's it. It's in my brain. It cannot change.
Interesting.
Yes, I can't handle it. Yeah.
Okay, I definitely know what you mean.
Yeah. It's rough, especially with a fiance who is very go with the flow. He's learned that he kind of has to ease me into the change. like, hey,
He's into the flow.
it's all right, but here's what happened, and this is what we have to do. And I'm just like,
I'm breathing. Woosah.
I need another 3 days to adjust. He's like, we need to leave in an hour. And I'm like, no, we can't. I'm not okay. Anyway, what about you? Your red flags.
I think a lot of them tie to my like Italianness and my parents.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can hold a grudge. Like if I don't like you and you have wronged me at some point in my life,
You're done.
Yes, you're dead to me, but like I'm not mad about it. I'm just like, you're dead to me. You don't exist in my universe.
I don't think about you. I don't care about you.
No.
You're just
Dead to me.
yeah. That makes sense.
But screw you. Dead to me.
Oh, did you hear that, everybody? Did you see the face that she made? I get it. No, I got exactly what you were thinking.
Yep.
You're the telepathy today.
Because at first I was thinking telekinesis, but that's when you like pick things up with your mind and be able to move them.
No, we can't do that.
That's why I was like, it's not. I thought it and went, no, that moves things.
Yeah.
Telepathy. Oh my gosh. Another big one of mine is I am the queen of Irish goodbyes.
Yes.
If my social battery dies, I am leaving. I don't care who I didn't say goodbye to, I am gone. And like that's especially true for like if I'm ever drinking. It's like if I have a drink or 2 drinks and I'm like, I'm tired, I'm done, I need to go to bed, I will straight up put myself to bed and just not say anything.
No, I totally feel that.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah, if we're at a family event and like I want to leave, but I have to like go up to my mom and be like, can I just go? And she's like, no, you have to say goodbye. And I'm like, but I want to go home.
I don't ask. I'll go to my mom and I'm like, I love you so much, I have to go. And I give her a kiss, so then she thinks that I've said goodbye, and then I leave.
Oh, yeah, see, I ask.
Yeah. I'd rather ask for forgiveness than permission.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That makes a lot of sense.
That's also been my philosophy for,
I get it,
most of my life.
Anything else?
This last one. I am not a talker. I am very much a square up. Let's go. And I feel like if there's a problem, I'm like, all right, when we fighting?
What the fuck is up, Kyle? No, what did you say? What the fuck, dude? Step the fuck up, Kyle.
So that is the embodiment of me as a human being.
That makes so much sense because I am the literal opposite.
You're like, we can argue about it. Where I'm like, we can argue about it later, but we're going to fight, and then you're going to shut up.
Fist rated E for everyone.
Literally E for everyone.
Yes.
You want a piece? No problem. No problem. Just let me know. I got a lot of emotional things I got to work through, and if you want to be the person that helps me do that, by all means, let's go.
Yeah. And that's why we love you. Because you'll just square up.
For sure.
No questions. Talk about it later.
Yeah.
You're just like, when and where, baby? Let's go outside.
Let's do it.
Where are we meeting?
And people get uncomfortable with that. Like, straight up.
No, yeah.
Because people aren't normally like that, but I'm not normal.
So you're not normally normal?
No. No, I'm not. But when I have literally said that on multiple occasions and been like, all right, give me a time and a place. Let's go.
And people are like,
what do you mean? You're crazy. And I'm like, well, if you think I'm so crazy, then why are you starting with me?
Fair.
Let's go.
It's a very fair point.
We're gonna... I feel the aggression.
Yeah, you're like, I want someone say something to me right now so I can square up and just let all of this out because I am... What's the word? I'm up. I'm ready to go.
Oh my gosh.
Someone drop a comment to piss Brie off. Tell her a time and place that you're free. She'll be there. She's itching. She's ready to go.
Honestly, though, shouldn't be a shock.
No.
I think last week on Tuesday we were working out, and something occurred. I don't remember what exactly it was, but I literally was like, "I'm ready. I'm straight up ready. Let's go." And
What happened? Yeah. Oh yeah.
and I was like, "I'm ready. Let's
You're
go.
like, bet.
Let's go." And
Let her
she's
look at me.
calm.
Let her look at me.
She's like, "No, we're in the gym."
And I'm just like, if you were to square up with someone, I would be there. That's like, okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk this through.
No.
And you're like, Mish, get out of my way.
No. You would do one of two things.
Mm-hmm.
Two things. One was you would be arguing with the other person
Yeah.
as all of it's going down.
Yeah.
As you're like, "Come on, get her. Do it. Do it.
Right hook.
Just watch her hand."
I'll hold her back. Yes. For
You'd
sure.
either be arguing with the other person or sit there and just be like, "Oh, she's not going to listen to me, so." And then watch your phone and be like, "No one's going to believe this happened unless you record it."
No, that's 1,001% accurate. I am wordy. My parents growing up told me I should be a lawyer because I just love to argue
It's fun.
with words. You
With
like to argue with hands?
Okay.
Moving on. Green flags. Now that we gave you all of the bad and what to expect,
Typical.
let's talk about some green flags.
I think you're very, very nurturing.
I think so.
You enjoy taking care of people.
I do.
You're
Yeah.
very can I help? What do you need?
Yeah.
Very
You're
much.
like that too. Like if I text you, your immediate thing is like, what can I do? How can I help you?
Because I love you.
Right. But that's not with everyone. I'm saying
No, 100%. I definitely, I think with people that we care about, we
Yes.
show up that way.
for sure. For sure. Selfless also, like going off of that. For the people that we love, Ginge loves to be the center of attention.
I mean,
She's just like
it's one of her beige flags.
it is a beige flag for
Mhm.
sure. Yeah.
She's just vibing out right now. I love it.
It's only a beige flag because she's cute.
Facts.
And she's beige. Look how cute she is.
I can't with her.
Um,
Going off of that, I also think that we're both reliable.
yeah.
We're a mess today.
I can't get comfy. I can't get comfy today. Reliable.
Reliable.
Yes.
Like, we definitely show up when needed, for sure.
Unless it's 4 a.m. and you don't hear your phone. Red flag.
I've never actually had that happen because typically, just putting it out there, Misha goes to bed at 9, like 9:30. I am up till typically 2, 3 o'clock. So if anything happens in that time, I'm answering the phone.
True.
But anything from like 4 to like 6,
Non-existent.
probably not.
Non-existent.
No.
But then again, like, knock on wood, what really could happen between those hours because I'm sleeping.
Right. Exactly. So we're good. We're fine.
We're fine.
Reliable. I'm
Reliable.
so sorry.
I cannot with you in this mic. I can't.
We're also very giving.
I would like to make a note that we had to sit and think of this list. We had to actually sit and be like, we need to talk about our green flags. So, yes, we're reading off a list because it does not come naturally.
No.
But yes, we are what did you say?
Giving?
Giving.
We're totally
Giving.
Right.
We're totally giving. Yeah, I think it's very similar to selfless. Like,
Yeah.
I will give you the shirt off my back anytime, anywhere, no questions asked. I'll ask questions later,
Right.
but yeah.
No, for sure. I definitely think that we're both very much like that.
Yeah.
And I think that's a very green flag.
I think so too.
And then per Misha's FH,
Future husband. In case anyone didn't know that.
she gets happiness from other people's joy. So if other people are happy or you're making them happy,
I'm
really
happy.
do. Right.
Yeah. kind of going off of giving too. Like
Yeah.
if I'm physically giving something, like Christmas, I love giving gifts. Like my happiness, I don't need gifts.
Right.
I get happy from you opening my gifts
Yes.
because I spend so much time and effort and energy picking gifts for everyone to make sure that they love it and like it is properly suited for that person.
Yeah.
That like I get a gift and I'm like, can I show you what it is? I know Christmas is, like a month and a half away, but I need to tell you what it is now. Can I give it to you so that I can see your reaction now? Like that's for sure. I get that.
I love it.
Yeah. Moving on. Question for you.
Okay.
Have you ever ignored a red flag and later regretted it?
Well, duh.
Duh.
I mean, I
know the answer to that question. Immediate answer is yes. But let's hear a story.
So I did the whole app thing for a while, and a little while ago, this was like over a year ago, and I met this guy, and he was very, very much my type. Like
physically, you mean?
Yes, like large in charge, tattoos, like just delish. We love it. And on the first date, there were a couple of things that we spoke about that were just immediately warning bells in my head.
Red flags.
Like, absolutely not. Like, this needs to end. But because I was physically attracted to him and I was like, oh, maybe I can, figure it out, I went on a second date.
I would like to mention that I advised against this.
She did.
I did.
She did. And I went on the second date and found some very interesting information that he had given me about himself. And I was like, yeah, no, we're not going to do this.
Yeah.
And I wasted my own time by continuing it. But if you want to hear the full story on what happened there, make sure to tune in for our crazy date stories.
Oh, I'm so excited for that.
So just, giving us some hype there.
Yeah.
But no, I've definitely ignored red flags and then regretted it later. It's I feel like a part of my personality. I think the other thing is
I saw a train of thought start there and you were like, and another thing is, and I was like, wait, there's more. Tell me.
I think part of it is like, especially in women, is the idea that we can fix people.
Yes. Oh my God. So true.
So I think it ties hand in hand with that. It's not necessarily like I'm ignoring the fact that there's a red flag, but it's like, oh, well, I know how to fix that.
Yeah. We've all had that phase.
So I think that's kind of the other part.
Well, if you've ever ignored a red flag, like Brie, and have a story about it, drop a red flag comment below because we'd love to hear about it. Send in your stories.
Oh, yes. On our website, you can text us. So
excited. Yay. But if you have a green flag partner, drop a green heart below like me.
We love that.
Yay.
All right. We're segmenting into relationship red flags.
Whoop, whoop.
The things to watch out for and run when you see.
Run. And I mean sprint. Don't.
Okay. Don't get too comfy like Ginge. Just sprint. Just go.
Sprint.
Just go.
Ginge laid down because she has a green flag household.
She does.
She doesn't have red flag. Well, I do sing a lot of random songs about her and she looks at me like, can you please shut up? So maybe that's a red flag.
I don't know. With Jax, I constantly just tell him that I want to eat him because he's so cute.
He's so cute. And he's so tiny.
He's so little. But he'll just give me the most, disgusting side eye.
Get away from me.
What do you mean you want to put me on a sandwich? That's rude. But he's so cute.
He's so cute.
You just want to squish him.
He's so delicious.
Okay.
All right.
So, red flags? Go ahead.
Red flags? In relationships?
Bring it back.
I swear you're pulling things out of my brain today. What is happening?
I
I don't know. Okay.
Telepathy, telekinesis.
All the tellas. Telecommunication.
Telegram.
Okay. Red flags.
All right, I'll start. Love bombing.
Ugh. I think that's such a turnoff.
It is.
Like, you don't know me. What do you mean you love me? You love me and you're all of this, and now all of a sudden you don't talk to me? Go scratch.
Fair. Totally.
Sorry, that was so aggressive, but like,
You were laughing, vibing, and then you're like, go scratch. Like, okay.
no, it's so annoying to me because I feel like we're both very deep individuals. Like, there's a lot, like, there's, of course, surface level things, but there's a lot to get to know about both of us.
Yeah.
And if you've just met me and we've been out 3 times, you don't know me.
No.
How do you love me?
Right.
What if I was a serial killer?
Ted Bundy.
And now you love me?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm not a serial killer, just putting it out there. But, just saying.
That we know of. No, I'm just kidding.
Rude.
I'm just kidding.
Rude.
I'm totally kidding, but you do have a lot of square up energy, so I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm an aggressive person. That's all. That's what it is.
It's fine. We love you. We support.
Extreme jealousy and controlling.
No. No. Just no. I can't handle it. And I feel like a lot of people in a wrong time of their lives, right? Like in a rough time, might take that as, oh, he loves me.
He cares
He
so
cares,
much.
right? Like he's jealous that I'm out with my mom and not spending time with him. Like, like if you're in that situation, it's a red flag. It's not cute.
No, like, but there's also a difference between like jealousy and territorial.
Agreed.
So, like, personally, like, I'm not jealous. Like, I know exactly where I stand in other people's lives, and no one's gonna make me question that.
Yeah.
But if you're acting a certain way towards someone I care about, we're gonna have an issue
For sure.
But I think that's a reasonable line.
Agreed. It's just like if you're in a relationship and your significant other, your boyfriend, your husband, whatever, is like, no, you can't go hang out with your friends. Versus that's a red flag. That's jealousy. That's control. Right. Versus if you guys are out to dinner or whatever, he goes to the bathroom and a guy comes up to you and is like, hey, can I get your number?
Right.
And he comes back and he's like, dude, back off.
Different.
That's totally different.
Right.
That's a green flag to me.
I agree with that. I like territorial.
Territorial's good. Jealousy is not. No. But never apologizes properly. And properly meaning like gaslighting. Like doesn't apologize but also makes you feel bad.
My new favorite line that I've heard is, what do you want me to say?
Oh yeah.
So just apologize.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm sorry.
Like if I'm telling you a way that you hurt me,
Just, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry that I made you feel that way. It's that simple.
Right. Or not going, I'm sorry you feel that way.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry I made you feel that way. That was not my intention.
Accountability.
Exactly. Green flag.
Ugh, for sure.
Yeah.
But, like, just, I don't understand how people cannot apologize.
Yeah.
I think for me personally, if I even think that I have done something wrong or whatever, the first words out of my mouth are, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Whatever.
That was not my intention.
Right.
Yeah.
Ugh, disgusting. This next one.
Ooh.
Always
I'll let you take this
plays the victim.
Childish. He a boy. Goodbye.
I just, honestly, if the world is happening to you, then you need to, like, grow a pair. Man up a little bit, because nothing happens to you.
The same goes for girls, too.
Oh, that was my original thought when I read that.
Mm-hmm.
No, that definitely applies to girls as well. Like, we know. Yeah. If you're never at fault, you need to reevaluate.
Yeah. The eye roll that Brie just did.
Ties back to the holding grudges.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, anyway, moving on. Overly secretive with their phone, I think is a pretty big red flag.
What are you hiding?
What are you hiding? Exactly.
Mhm.
But yeah, being secretive or like also always, here's another one kind of going off of that, always wanting to go through my phone. Because if you want to always go through my phone thinking that I'm hiding something,
What are you hiding?
what are you hiding that you're looking for in my phone?
Right.
You know? So
It's projecting.
exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. Red flags. Red
Ugh.
flags.
Disgust. Pushing your boundaries constantly.
Mm.
This is something that irritates the life out of me because if I've said no or explicitly explained my disinterest in something and you continue to push the topic,
Yeah.
you don't respect me.
Right. No, that makes a lot of sense. I personally haven't encountered that specifically a lot, but I can absolutely see your point and like I agree.
No, I've definitely, and I don't understand why, but I feel like people like to push my. It wasn't me.
It was me. I'm sorry.
I feel like people like to push my boundaries, and I don't understand why because I'm truly not the one.
I love how it's also like pushing your boundaries, but being like, oh, come on, it's cute. Like, oh, you're cute when you're mad. Because like you're getting mad that they're pushing your buttons. And then they're like, oh, it's so cute when you get mad. And it's like, I will literally fuck you up. Beep. Sorry.
No, I have said that before because that's straight up gaslighting. You know what you're doing.
Mhm.
You're intentionally making me upset. And then when I'm upset, you're like, oh, but you're cute, but you're cute, but you're cute.
It's so cute when you're mad.
No. I have straight up said, do you want to see cute? Because when I knock you out, will it still be cute?
Yeah. And I will. No, not me. I won't. But you will.
I will, yes. Like, I don't play that game. Yeah, let's not. Oh.
Bad mouthing all of their exes.
You're the common denominator, honey.
Exactly. If you have something negative to say about every single one of your exes, it makes me think twice about you.
I've asked that question before. It's like, okay, well, if they're so crazy, what were you doing?
Right.
What did you do?
Right. Exactly.
Because as a woman, like, we don't get crazy for no reason. There are people who are crazy,
yes.
but typically most women are not flying off the handle for no good reason.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Exactly.
Tell me.
Tell me. I want to know. Tell me the tea.
Just let me know.
Come on the podcast and just spill the tea.
Could you imagine
I would love that.
if we brought a toxic man on the podcast and was like, just tell us all of your opinions so we can
Dissect
literally
and tell you you're the problem.
No, that'd be way too judgy, but still, you know, what are you gonna do? Hot and cold behavior.
I hate it. I hate inconsistency. It drives
Yes.
me crazy. It drives me actually insane. I cannot stand inconsistency.
I think that also kind of goes hand in hand with transparency.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're not being 100% with someone, then you're going to be hot and cold because
Yeah.
you're not talking things through.
Right. And then what's going on behind the scenes that I don't know
Right.
about?
Yeah, no.
Like, why are you cold when you're cold?
Right.
What else is going on? Yeah, it drives me up a wall.
Up a wall.
Talks down to you or makes jokes at your expense, disguising insults as humor. The amount of eye rolls in this segment is just insane.
No, because my favorite line, and I think almost every relationship that I have ever had, and you have heard me say this, is fix your tone and try again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You love that line.
Because you are not going to speak to me like I'm a child. You are not going to speak to me like I am below you.
Mm-hmm.
If we're in a relationship, we are equals, and you will treat me as such, or you will be gone.
Yeah. I had something in my eye.
I wasn't judging. My eyes are just kind of like,
Your eyes are like, say it again. Fix your tone. or we're done.
If you're gonna commit, say it with your chest.
And say it louder one more time.
Oh, just for any men who are listening, because I don't know if there are, but you know, if you decide you want to listen to this, if a woman ever says what and looks at you, that is not
True.
I did not hear it. That is, I'm giving you a chance to try again.
Unless you're like me, who literally says what to everything, even though I did hear you, but I just, my brain hasn't processed yet.
But that's a different what.
Yeah.
That's a what?
Yeah.
If you get a what? That, okay, repeat what you just said. They didn't hear you. But if you get a what? That's a second chance. She is giving you a lifeline and saying, please rethink, adjust, try again.
Try again. Yeah. That makes sense.
If you repeat it, oh, I wish you the best of luck.
Yeah. God bless.
And then I think this last one kind of ties into everything, and the inconsistency is just inconsistency with actions versus words. Stop.
You can tell me 1,000,001 times. Actually, I don't know if I want to say that because I'm in a very healthy relationship. I just want to put that out there. I am getting married to the most incredible man, the man of my dreams. However, what even was I going to say? If you tell me that you're sorry about something, I tell you that I'm hurt, you did something to hurt me, and you tell me I'm sorry, and I continuously tell you the same thing, and you continuously say sorry, but you're not changing the action that hurt me, that inconsistency, stop apologizing then. Don't apologize if you're not going to do anything about it. Again, I'm in a very healthy relationship. This does not apply to me. I'm just speaking generally here.
I have a lot of experience with this one in particular, and like follow through. You can tell me something 1,000,000 times, but if your actions don't match your words,
they don't mean anything.
It's nothing. Or my favorite is like with like small gestures. Like the least sexy thing that someone can say is, "Oh, I was going to go get you flowers."
What then? Why didn't you? But also, like, why tell me that?
Right.
If you didn't, don't tell me you were going to.
The intention doesn't get you bonus points.
Exactly. Because you should have.
Just do it.
Do it. Or don't
say anything.
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
I like follow through is so important.
Key.
And if you're not following through, it's like, how can you be trusted?
Yeah.
If I can't rely on what you're saying, how is this going to work?
Bars.
I don't think I've ever heard Mish turn around and go, bars.
No, but it's just so true though. Like put it in a rap song.
If you don't follow through with your words, then you're a liar and I don't trust you. Bars.
Shut up. I'm dead. Yes. Hell yeah. Let's make it. What is it like? What producers? Our email is chat at these.
Oh my gosh.
Let's work together. Anyway, moving on.
So have we dated someone with these red flags? Yes, I have. What happened? Well, I'm clearly single, so there you go.
Were you not expecting that? So, yeah.
It was just so like, have we ever dated someone with these red flags? Yes. What happened? Well, I'm single. With like the straightest face ever. We were so like laughy, lighthearted, and you're like, well, screw that.
No, but like truly, I mean, that it kind of says it all. And I think our conversation about each of them, like, we are not going to tolerate minimal effort, you know, not doing things, not following through, not being a walking green flag.
Yes.
So if you're not, what do you think was going to happen?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have any crazy, I didn't get like married to someone and then be like, oh, this is, no. I'm going to stop it, nip it in the bud in the beginning because why wait?
Exactly. Very good advice.
How do you spot these signs early on? I think just making mental notes as you're continuously talking to someone or, spending more time with them about things that bother you. I'm not saying to bring it up every 5 seconds, but make that mental note. And if it becomes a pattern rather than something that happens every once in a blue moon, it could warrant a conversation.
Right.
And I do think it's worth having a conversation first. But if their pattern's not changing and they're not improving, you need to decide when it's not worth it anymore.
Yeah. And don't be blinded by physical check boxes, because I'm talking to you, but you've learned from your mistake, and that's important
For sure.
but for anyone else listening, yes, keep mental notes in your head of what's bothering you and what you're not going to tolerate, but also make sure that just because they're attractive,
You don't stay.
Right.
I think the other part of that is, yes, you're going to set the boundaries when you have those conversations, but hold your boundaries. I know that's something that I am working on. One of my other favorite, I have a lot of favorite lines. If you guys couldn't tell, I talk about them all the time.
Is this number 3 or 4?
3 or 4, 7, one of them, 1,000. Is one of my biggest pet peeves is I never want to be someone's mother.
No.
I do not want to mother you. If I wanted a kid, I would have a kid, but I don't. So, no. And I say it all the time and then have allowed people to put me in a position to mother them.
Yeah.
And I did it. So holding those boundaries firm is so, so important, as well as just voicing those concerns.
And also get you a best friend that's going to remind you of those boundaries.
Absolutely.
Because you can be blinded. It's very hard, hindsight being 2020 for you specifically.
Yeah.
You can realize it now, but when you're in it, it's so hard to realize the red flags when you're mothering, when you're letting go of your boundaries. And to have someone close by that you can talk to, that you can really rely on to give you an honest opinion is very important, because I'll tell you, you're acting, it's like a mother-son relationship, and that's not what you need.
No, for sure. And I also have a conversation with your best friend. Genuinely have a conversation with them about what you need when you're in a relationship that isn't good. Because we just had this conversation not too long ago, and I know that everybody's different. Not everybody wants to hear what their friends think about their significant other. But me personally, I do. I want to know because I trust you.
Yeah.
And I sometimes need someone to take the rose-colored sunglasses off and be like, okay, but I've noticed X, Y, and Z, and I just wanted to make you aware that this is a concern of mine.
Exactly. And if you don't want your friend's opinion and you want to keep your rose-colored glasses on, that's fine. I mean, do you? But, then just say, if you are talking to your best friend about something, just be like, hey, I don't want your opinion. I just want to talk.
Yeah.
Just listen. And it's that easy.
It really is.
Yeah.
Unless you have, crappy friends. But if you have crappy friends, then come be friends with us.
Yeah.
We'll have your friends.
We have no friends, so.
No, we have each other.
We could use some. We got sidetracked.
Sorry.
A bit.
No,
but let's talk about green flags.
Oh, delish.
Consistent communication.
With that, I'm going to put in transparency.
Yeah.
Because you telling me you're going to the gym, you're going to the supermarket, you're doing this is great, but I want you to be transparent about things. Don't just tell me what you think I need to know. Tell me everything.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Respecting boundaries.
Yes, emotionally and physically.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Takes accountability, which we've already touched on briefly, but that is huge. That is so mature and so attractive in a man when they can take accountability for their actions and admit when they were wrong.
I think it's hot.
It's hot. It's
literally
sexy.
If you're like, listen, you did this and it really upset me, and they're like, you're 100% right. I'm so sorry.
I didn't mean to hurt you.
Thank you. Wow.
Moving
so
on.
seen.
Yes. Love that. We love it.
Supporting your goals and dreams. Not just okay with them, but someone who's excited.
Yes.
They push you.
Yes. They're supportive. They're happy for the things that you're doing. That's not only important in a friendship, when friends are hyping you up and are happy for you and excited. But in your relationship as well, in your partner, your boyfriend, your husband, whatever,
Or girlfriend.
or girlfriend, wife. No, we don't
discriminate.
judge. But yes, being supportive and just being happy for them and what they're doing and what they want to do or aspiring to do.
Or even taking that extra step and actually helping them.
Yeah. Yes.
Like, I know that you have that, and it makes me so happy for you.
Thank you.
Because it's just such a beautiful thing.
And what Bree's talking about, just really quick, because I love it. When we decided to start this podcast, my future husband,
I know that makes you so happy.
he's so happy. He was like, at first, you know, being what's the word I'm looking for? Not reasonable. An analytical guy. Like, he's a numbers guy, so he's very analytical. At first it was like, okay, well, what is it going to be about? What are you guys going to talk about? And like things like that. It was a few questions, but once it was kind of like, all right, we're really doing this and this is what we're doing, it was like, all right, here's topics you can talk about, here's something you could say. He helped us with the name. He came up with the name, like literally came up with our name, and I thought it was genius. Everything that we edit, we show him.
Mm-hmm. He's
So yeah,
good.
Get you a man like that, just not mine.
Okay. Emotionally available and open about their feelings.
Yeah, no, no, you can't do I don't do emotions. No. That means you're immature,
Mm-hmm.
and we're not doing that.
No. I need someone who's able to tell me what they're feeling so I can help you or apologize for when I do something that upsets you.
Right.
But
Help me help you.
Literally. Because if you just sit there and give me the silent treatment and like whine and pout and then throw it in my face 2 weeks later, nothing's going to get resolved.
Exactly. 100%.
Mm.
Good with friends and family. Big.
We love your FH.
We do.
Everyone does.
Yes.
So that's so important. And if, you know, your friends don't really want to hang out with you when you bring someone new around, you should probably think,
Red flag.
yes.
Yeah. But also like
You love my sound effects. It's fine.
I do. But not only like if he's good with your friends and family, but his own family. Like,
Yes.
how do you vibe with his family too? I think that's so important. Like, I love his family. His family is exactly like my family, which just for me is like
So important.
so important, so amazing. I have a niece. He has a niece and nephew, and like he's so good with kids. So I know for the future that that's good. So like you got to pay attention not just to the person, but his surroundings as well, his friends and his family.
I think also his relationships within their family.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you don't speak to anyone in your family, or you're not close with them,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's so telling. And I'm not saying that it's always, you know, a bad thing, and there are circumstances where it makes sense. But if you care about family and your friends and all of that, and you treat them with respect and love, like, that's such a green flag.
Yeah, 100%. Yes,
For sure.
Their actions match their words. No empty promises, which we touched on.
We definitely did. Just follow through.
Follow through. Yes, you feel safe and secure with them, and you're not like constantly anxious about what you're saying, what you're doing, you know, always checking your phone, and like
Yeah.
just vibe. That like
For sure. No.
it's really just live your life the way you were living it, just with your best friend.
I love that, because especially for people who are very like distant with other people, like myself, I don't feel that way around most people. So if you're someone that's able to make me feel safe and secure, like, we're like, great, we love
Yeah.
this. On top of that, communicating through conflicts instead of just disappearing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Like, just talk to me. Tell me what I did wrong, or tell me what you think we need to work on, and let's figure it out.
This might be a red flag of mine, but I sometimes, if I'm angry, I need a minute. Like, I need to take a beat.
I don't think that's a red flag. I don't.
It's not like I'm giving you the silent treatment. If I continue this conversation, I'm going to say things that I don't mean out of anger because I'm angry. And when I'm angry, I just need like a hot second to cool down, collect my thoughts, and then I can have a conversation.
No, I think that's setting a boundary. That's straight up saying, okay, I'm too emotionally worked up right now to be an effective communicator and figure out a solution. So I need time. But it's under the impression that we are having this conversation.
Right.
You're not walking away and being like, okay, and never talking about it again.
Yeah.
That's a red flag.
That's very well put.
And then listening to you. Like, not just like hearing what you're saying, but truly listening and understanding where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't know if you had more.
I didn't.
Okay.
I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. They listen to you. Like, yeah, you're not going to want to date someone that's like, you're trying to tell them how you feel and they're like, I don't want to hear it.
Well, not only that, but like remembering small things.
Yeah, that's also
like if you care enough to like remember that, like I like peonies.
Mm-hmm. I love peonies too.
They're my favorite. They're so good. But if you remember those things and then every time, you were like, oh, they're in season, so we're going to grab some.
Yeah.
Like, so sweet.
Yeah. The little things. Listening. Yes, exactly.
I'm going to let you handle the next two little bullet points there.
Green flags we've personally experienced. Did we appreciate them at the time? I appreciate them now because I feel like, and I may be a little biased, but I feel like my fiance is the embodiment of, he's just a walking green flag.
He is.
Like, there's no red flags there. There really isn't. So I'm currently appreciating them because, it's everything that you'd look for. It's everything that we've talked about. And what's one green flag we absolutely need in a relationship? Well, quite frankly, we need all 10. So there's not just one. You can't just have one major green flag and then have the rest red flags like that. They're not going to balance.
No.
You need green flags that work for you. Or not? No,
I just thought of a thing.
What thing?
On commercials when they're like, oh, let us work for you. Do the work for you. Like lawyers and things. Sorry, the ADD's really like kicking in today.
Get a green flag that works for you.
Call the number below for a green
flag near you. Schedule a consultation at Chat MBTea and Associates.
Oh my gosh. All right. Now it is time for red or green flag rapid fire.
Yay! All right, let's get into it.
So the way that this works is we're going to go back and forth reading out different red or green flags and count down from 3, and we're both going to spit out what we think it is. So let's get started.
I'll go first. Always texting you super fast. Is it sweet or clingy?
3, 2, 1, red.
Red. But, God, the fact that we have to like re-explain.
So I think there's a fine line. If you're responding when you have a chance, great. If you're like counting down the minutes in between or you're texting me like 0.3 seconds back from when I texted you, it's too much.
If you're responding within 0.3 seconds all day, every day, what are you doing? Like what? And I don't mean figuratively. I mean like literally, what are you doing all day, every day that you can pick up your phone and respond immediately?
Exactly.
But like if you're responding when you can, love that green flag.
Love it. Love it.
Next.
Wants to do everything together. Cute or codependent. 3, 2, 1, red.
Granted. I'm not even going to say granted. Have your own life.
Literally.
Be able to do the hobbies and the things that you love or the things that you want to do without having to depend on your partner to do them.
Yes, that was perfect. Perfectly said.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Yeah. All right. Still friends with their ex. Is that mature? Is that a mature move or a red flag?
3, 2, 1,
red. Self-explanatory.
No commentary necessary.
Moving on.
takes forever to open up, guarded or emotionally unavailable. 3, 2, 1. Beige.
That's definitely a beige flag because I'm not expecting you to open up to me about your entire life story within like the first day of
For sure.
talking. It's going to take time, but if you're like, you know, progressively opening up,
Fine.
love that.
But if it's like 6 months and you still know nothing about them or their family or anything, like that's a red flag.
Red flag for sure. Oh, is it my turn?
I believe so.
Okay. Doesn't like social media. Is it privacy or hiding something?
3, 2, 1.
Beige. Definitely beige flag because speaking from kind of personal experience, we as 25 going on 26-year-olds, we not grew up with, but like middle school, high school, we had Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, we were posting. We kind of essentially grew up with social media, whereas my fiance is 8 years older. My brother's 11 years older than me. Neither of them do social media. They don't post. They don't like,
Right.
you know, they have it for entertainment, but
Right.
they're not making like, it's just, you know, so I can understand not having social media. But like, I think if you were kind of our age and you tell me you didn't have, I might question it a little bit.
I think it depends.
But you also deleted your Instagram.
I did.
for a
I
while.
deleted it for 2 years. I was so tired of being glued to my phone.
Yeah.
And I did. And I mean, I don't like social media like that. I don't enjoy posting. I don't think everybody needs to know my business. I think if you're either too wrapped up in it where you're like, I post everything that I ever do all the time, I'm like, I'm not a fan. But also if you have social media and you're not telling me about it or you're hiding it from me, that's a red flag. But just an overall dislike for social media, I feel like everyone's kind of moving in that direction anyway. We know it's fake. We know it's not 100% real.
Yeah.
You know, it is
Very
what it
fair
is.
point. Yeah.
To that, never post. I feel like we kind of touched on this. Never posting you on social media. If you don't use social media, am I gonna be mad? No. But if like you use it and you're not posting, like why are you hiding?
Right. Or like if you're using it to post other things or like yourself constantly, but you're not posting me, then yeah, that's a little icky.
Yeah, I'd feel some type of way. But like nothing like stands out like oof.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. They send you good morning / good night texts every day.
3, 2, 1. Green. For sure.
We love communication.
Love it.
We love to like hear that because that to me that means you're thinking about me
Yes.
at this times. And I love that. Like you think of me as soon as you wake up.
You're such a romantic.
I know.
Which is so weird.
So weird. I was not always like this.
No.
Which is ironic.
I was the romantic.
Yeah. Yikes.
No. Next. They refuse to watch a TV show without you. 3, 2, 1.
Red.
Beige. I thought you said it was a green flag last time.
Well, it's a green flag if you're watching a show together and they refuse to like watch the next episode without you.
Yeah, because if you do, I'm gonna be mad.
Yes, that is not okay. Like we might as well divorce at that point.
Immediate
That's
divorce.
adultery. You don't do that. But if they're like, if there's if there's a new show that's out and they're like, oh, I'd really like to watch this with you.
I'd like to watch this with you, and I'm not watching anything new because we need to watch them all together.
Yeah, that's
A little edgy.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Be a person. Be a normal person. They talk about marriage and kids on date 3. 3, 2, 1.
Red. Wait. We basically knew though.
You guys don't count.
Oh, okay.
And I don't say that to be mean. I say that because literally we first met her fiance and me and Alice were sitting in a restaurant crying because we were like, they're going to get married.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I don't remember at what point we really said it to each other and like we verbalized that we knew that this was it. But first date, by the end of our first date, I was like, I'm marrying this man. I knew automatically. Talking about marriage and kids on date 3, I don't know. How what's your experience with that?
I think personally, it goes into the question of like what you're looking for. So like if you're going into a date and they're like, oh, like, I'm just looking for something casual, or I'm not ready to, dive into anything.
Yeah.
And then this person's bringing up marriage and kids, like obviously that's a red flag. Like you're not listening to what I'm saying. But if you guys are both like, you know what, like I'm looking for my person, this is my life.
Yeah.
I think it warrants a conversation in the sense of like, do you want to be married? Do you want to have kids? If that's a conversation, I think that's just open and honest communication.
Sure.
But if you're like on a date and they're like, we're going to get married at this place and we're going to have 7 kids, discuss.
Yeah, that's a little like if you've never had a conversation about it and you don't even know if that's what the other person wants and you're like, I want this and I want it now. That's a red flag.
Right. Like if you're not talking about like your like together wedding and children, I think it's pretty okay and normal,
right?
An adult, conversation like dating.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are, that's weird.
Yeah, agreed. That's a good one. They're still in touch with their ex's mom.
3, 2, 1,
red.
Beige.
What?
It depends.
What?
I think it depends. Ex's mom.
Yeah.
My mom was in touch with my ex for a while.
Yeah.
I think it depends. And here's why. Hold on. I'm gonna defend myself for a hot sec. So I think it depends on one, how long the relationship was. If you were around for 5, 6, 7, 10 years, and then you guys, it just didn't work out. Of course, you built relationships through that person. Like you might stay connected with some of those people, and I don't think that's necessarily a red flag. If you call them for every major decision in your life, yeah, that's a red flag.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're like going out of your way to like try and go to their house or like see them, that's a red flag. But I don't think that maintaining relationships built in other relationships is necessarily a bad thing or an automatic, oh, that's toxic.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess it might also depend on the relationship and how it ended. Like, was it toxic? Was it, was it just, it didn't work out? I don't know. Like, I'm just trying to picture, like, if my fiance was still in touch with his ex's mom, I would, not for me.
I think, like I said, I have people in my life from previous relationships that I love. And I'll make time, and I'm not saying I hang out with them all the time or I text them all the time, but I still make an effort because those people made an impact on me.
Mm-hmm.
It just so happened that it wasn't their mom. So, I can't relate in that sense. But I know that my mom was really close with one of my exes who was around for a very long time.
Yeah.
I wasn't upset about it. I wasn't mad at her. And if I met him, I wouldn't think negatively about the fact that he was.
Okay.
I think it's a fine line. Don't be a creep. And don't be like,
don't be
scheming.
also disrespectful either.
Right. Listen, if you're in a new relationship and they're like, listen, this really bothers me.
Right.
And you have an open conversation about it, cool.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
But if you're like, I'm not cutting them off, it's my only tie, like, weird. Stop.
Yeah. Run. All right. Let's wrap it up. How do we avoid red flags and attract green flags?
Set boundaries and stick to them.
Yes, agreed. Very well said. Case in point.
And how do we attract green flags?
Set your boundaries and respect them. Like if you have green flags that you are looking for in a relationship, don't be blinded.
And don't settle.
Don't settle. Yeah, exactly. Very well said. Don't settle.
So we have a challenge for you for, the next little bit. We want you guys to pay attention to red and green flags that you noticed this week and DM us. Let us know what they are.
Or you can text us on our website.
No, for sure. We want to hear what you guys noticed and what we missed. What didn't we talk about?
Yeah, what didn't we talk?
Twice in one episode.
Sorry. Did we miss any red or green flags? Or do you disagree that a red flag is actually a green flag?
Also, if you guys have any crazy stories about like red or green flags, by all means send them in. We could definitely retouch this topic. Hearing from you.
Yep, we'd love to read your stories. Yay.
Awesome. So in overall closing, we love you guys. Thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure that you follow us on Instagram. It'll be tagged below.
And you can watch, if you're listening, you can watch this episode on YouTube at Chat MBTea. That's MBTEA. And also email us with crazy stories, questions, advice, whatever.
Or text our website. chatmbt.buzzsprout.com.
Or email us at chatmbtea@gmail.com.
We had so much fun having this conversation with you guys, and we hope to see you next time.
See you next time. Bye.